Oh, wait a minute. It's not Happy New Year. It's the 4th of July. Yes, we are celebrating America's independence, and I hope that you are having a great time. I am not at work today, baby. I am lying on a beach somewhere with a couple of gay boys and a nice, cool colada in my hand, and I hope that you are doing the same. So, since I'm not in the studio today, I wanted to leave you with one of my favorite shows from earlier this year in January when I had the incomparable, the incredible, the beautiful Miss Athena Dion in bed with me on the FayWhat show. I hope you enjoy it. See you next week. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 a.m. Well, that's why I'm still in bed and I still have my New Year's thing on because I figured, why change, right? Me? I'm FayWhat, and I'm gonna help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's gonna be a great week.
Rainbows, gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
The FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and we are live right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also on demand. It's Monday, January 2nd, 2023. I cannot believe that it's 2023. I can't wait to talk to Jamal about this. We're going to kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. You know that there's always a ton of stuff happening. And I have a sidekick joining me in bed. What did you think I was talking about? Jamal can teach me how to dance. He could also teach me how to center myself. He can also teach me how to take life by the balls. He could teach me a lot of stuff, but I wouldn't know what to do if it came to sex with Jamal. So our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late. And this morning I'm joined by my friend, gay guy pal, model, spiritualist, wellness counselor, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a whole lot of this, a whole lot of that. He's an HIV activist with Impulse Group. You guys know Impulse Group. They do so much. Jamal L. Starks. You can find him on Instagram at porcelain with a 3. You see it on your screens. Good morning, Jamal, and welcome to Face Bed. Luna! We are going to freak poor little Luna out today. She's like, no, look at her. No, and look at her. She's like, you could just call me. You didn't have to ring that.
I'm sorry, Boopy.
Happy New Year.
Look at her. She's looking already. You're gonna blow that damn thing.
Listen, pitties are so smart. If you have pitties, you know. Luna is one of the smartest dogs I know. She just knows, man. She knows where her treats are at. She knows what days I come. She just knows. She knows. She's like, yes.
Yeah.
Where are my treats? Okay, don't do that to your dogs at home, all right? Now I feel like I get a little bit of abuse. All right. I should have thrown these out. I don't even know where I got them, just to be completely honest. I saw them.
They're cute.
Right? And they kind of...
Red and gold. That's a cute start off to the new year.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about... I know that you're not into resolutions and stuff like that.
No.
Right? And, one thing that I do... I said do. Is that after midnight, I take the 12 grapes.
Oh, yeah.
And I set an intention, you know, and maybe it's not this one's for January, this one's for February, maybe not like that, but I'll say like, all right, I'm going to try to do better with this. I am such a Latina. I'm so Latina. Like Noche Buena and New Year's. It's like, concise, all the grapes sell out of Publix because, all the crazy Latinos are getting them. Anyway, including you and your family.
Yeah.
So like but for a lot of years, I fell into that trap of doing the resolutions. And it was always the same freaking ones, Jamal. And every year by January 6th, they were broken, done, forgotten about. I gave them no love or energy.
The people that go in the gym and then you don't see them no more. Like I hate January because I'm in the gym and I'm like, wow, these fucking people.
I never thought
but I won't see you
in February.
No,
like that's it. Like that's how they get you those gyms. It's a year contract, right? So you go for a month and then And then you're like, "Ay, that's not for me. I'm not gonna lose weight anyway."
So people have this misconception about resolutions, which I had to learn because I used to do them all the time.
Okay.
New Year, new me! When I was
New year, new me.
in my 20s, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this now. But on my spiritual journey, I had to learn what it actually is. Like, December 21st is the winter solstice.
Okay.
So it means that everything is dying during the winter.
All right.
So it's basically, me and you had this conversation where you're supposed to basically find out what's not working for you. Like, literally just find out what's not working for you and just be like, it doesn't serve me anymore. No.
Yeah.
And then put your intentions elsewhere.
I love that.
It doesn't mean that you have to do a new year, new you, press reset and all this other craziness. It's just, I don't feel like doing that anymore.
This no longer serves me. Like, I go to church. So at my church, Unity on the Bay, we have a burning bowl ceremony every the first, right? And it's just basically to do that. Okay, you're gonna write down on a piece of paper things that no longer serve you. And that could be the gambit. It could be from people. It could be places. It could be
anything.
things. It could really be energy.
It could be your rags.
It could be your rags. It could be McDonald's. It could be things that have not made you a better you, right? And at the end of the day, I'm just trying to be a little bit better today than I was yesterday.
Right.
That's it. That's it. But you go and you starve yourself. I gotta be skinny next year.
Right.
I gotta start this diet January 1st.
Just be happy with your body, where it's at. Where you're at is always where you need to be. You're always where you are supposed to be.
I love that.
So, and I always tell people, they ask me, how do you stay so healthy and da-da-da? And I'm like, it's little by little. Like, I didn't wake up one day and be like,
I look like that. You didn't wake up one day and look like this.
Oh my God, I want to eat better. I literally just started all my journeys in increments, and it's always started in increments. Like, I'm like, I don't want to eat McDonald's anymore. So I stopped at 23. Oh, I cut out dairy. I cut that out at 24. I cut out red meat at 25. It was just little, and it was little by little.
I love that. So you give your life, your spirit, and the universe to get used to certain things and see how you do it your way. And then the longevity is there if you do it that way, because then you're making it for life. You're not doing it for this year.
Consistency. It's all about consistency.
Yeah, and how you say it is so calmly, where it's not militant, where it's like these people put their a lot of people put their resolutions on Facebook. Oh, look at me, day 2 at the gym. Like, you're setting yourself up for failure that way, I think, because
you're doing it for validation. Then now you're doing it for validation. And I think a lot of people do New Year, New Me, New Year's resolutions for validation purposes. And it's like, no, just keep it quiet. Like, for me, the things that I cut out or that are not sorry, or my rituals with that, I keep it sacred. It's all very sacred.
I love that. It's nobody's business but yours. Unless it includes somebody, which still they don't need to know,
right.
Do you have like a ritual or something that you do like on the 1st? Like, I mean, there's all kinds of weird things that people do, but like my mom would like open up all the doors and then she would put like a luggage in the front because that meant that we would travel that year. Like I like to sage my home on the 1st, just kind of like just telling the universe, reset. I love you. I'm starting new.
Yeah.
I'm also very careful as to who I let in my home.
Yeah.
Because energies stay there.
Yeah.
And I also have a doggy business, and doggies are asshole whisperers. They know, they feel the bad energy, and I can't have that negative energy in my home because they'll go ballistic.
Yeah.
So do you do anything like that?
I have a few rituals. I do the grapes. So I do, my family, it's our tradition. And we also do, Black people, African Americans do black eyed peas.
Okay.
On the 1st.
I love that. And what do you mean? Like cooked or?
We eat black eyed peas.
Okay.
Yeah, you just eat black eyed peas. For good luck.
I love it.
I also sage my home, clear out the energy, open up the windows. I also make sure that all my laundry is clean because you don't want to go into the new year with
from
dirty.
the past.
Yeah.
I love that. How about your altars? Because I know a lot of gay boys that have altars. Do you do anything with them? Is there a cleanup that you do for the new year?
Yeah, so I already start everything from the winter solstice on the 21st.
21st.
So I refresh all my altars on the 21st and clear all the energy. And by the time I get to the new year, by the time it's the 1st, because I take a lot of spiritual baths as well.
You're so clean.
I know. By the time I get to the 1st, everything is it's sort of like it's kind of like you know how you do spring cleaning?
Spring cleaning,
Yeah,
yes.
it's all in order for the new year.
I got it.
And for me, my new year as a witch, people say, isn't till March 21st.
Okay.
That's my real new year.
Got it.
Yeah.
Spiritually. All right. So then I will
Spiritually.
be asking you all this crap again in March.
Yeah. And that's around my birthday too.
Oh my
My
God,
birthday
is
is March 11th, and then March 21st is spring. So
Oh my God.
I already.
So you are you're right around the time for the new year and the phoenix and the rising and all that. And my birthday is by the solstice.
Yes.
When everything is dying.
Yeah. Well, everything is going.
Dying. Life.
Life.
Light. Me. Anyway, there's a lot of interesting things going on this week in LGBTQ plus. Jamal, let's talk about them now.
Let's do that.
All right, Poppy.
Let's do
So
that.
first, another shocking development concerning the queer community has taken place in Florida, exactly where we're at. 10 school districts whose LGBTQ plus support guides and other policies were called into question by the State Board of Education are in various stages of revising the documents, or in some cases have dropped the disputed guides. State officials are scrutinizing the district's guides to ensure that they comply with the 2021 law known as the Parents' Bill of Rights, which deals with what families are entitled to know about their children's education and healthcare. It seems while the rest of the world aspires to go forward, the Florida administration believes in going backwards. What are we all talking about?
We're talking about the state we live in,
The state we live in.
just the ass backwardness.
And the ass backwardness and that awful, awful, awful person in our capital.
Oh, is he still there? I forgot. Oh God. I
Yeah,
forgot.
all that wishing that we did for the new year, nah, he's still there.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if he ever stops and thinks about that. Like, wow.
No.
Yeah. No,
No.
you're right. You're right.
Power,
he couldn't,
ambition, and money doesn't
couldn't.
allow you to.
he couldn't think about that.
You know, Florida is blinded by money, which I've come to understand because I've come to understand that most people's beliefs in Florida are rooted in money. Like literally, that's their motivation to get up. That's their motivation to move. That's their motivation.
That's
for
their
all of
motivation
this.
to hate.
Yeah, that's a motivation to hate. And it's okay for them because that is their belief. That is their belief system. Money, power, and whatever else, privilege. And I've come to just accept that that is their belief system. I've come to kind of like, maybe that's one of the things. It doesn't serve me, so I'm letting
So I'm gonna let it go of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm like kind of like let go, let God. Like, okay, God,
Yeah.
deal with this because I spend my time worrying about this and it's like you feel helpless, you know?
Yeah.
And these poor kids, like it's just like it breaks my heart because I know you know how it is to be a queer kid. It's hard, it's weird. You don't feel like you're part of. There's just so many aspects, and then you find a glimmer of light in your drama club or in that counselor that knows you gay, right? And you don't,
Or that teacher.
or that teacher, or that book,
That book.
Jamal, that freaking
book.
book in the library that is just you and this book, and you're like, wow, I'm not weird, I'm not crazy,
Yeah.
and all of that, I'm getting chills because all of that is going to be taken away from these queer kids here in our state, you know, and those poor teachers. I know that those kids become your kids, right? And we love and respect everything that you do, but if you're not allowed to be your true, authentic self, kick rocks. I know Uber drivers that are making $90,000 a year. I know that's more than some teachers. You don't have to deal with all that crap. And I know that it hurts you to let go of those kids and say goodbye, but it's just not fair.
It's something outside of the education system, the governmental, federal government education system that I think that we need to be more intentional about as members and elders. in the LGBTQ plus community. Like, I think there is something that we need to be like. Places like Pride Lines are so important, so valuable. Pride Lines is the youth community center here in South Florida. And those places now are so much, they're needed so much more because we're not going to be able to really infiltrate into the school system. So right now we just need to make noise on the outside.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of money. You know, we just to fight all of that.
I think so. I think we do. I think it exists. I think it exists.
The right people need to be put together, right?
The right people need to be in the right rooms.
That's what it is. You know what?
People need to be in the right rooms.
I mean, like I don't know, in my crazy dream world, we would just start having LGBTQ plus high schools, and if you want us all together, then we just all make it like fame.
You know what?
But then that's dividing us.
My pastor preaches this all the time. Dream the most audacious dream and let it come true. Just believe in it that it will come true, because it will. The most audacious dreams for people will always come true. And they do have LGBTQ plus schools in New York. So
and in San Francisco.
And in San Francisco. And so that's not as far-fetched as, I mean, we could create, I mean, if what Kanye West can create Donda, that bull.
Oh, yay.
Then we can do what we need to do. And we just need the right people in the right rooms having the right conversations.
Oh my God. Truer words have not been spoken. All right. We'll know more about this in the future. Next, a protest at a drag show devolved into a face-off between neo-Nazis and leftist gun groups a few weeks ago. A confrontation over the performances, which have become a flashpoint in the culture war on LGBTQ plus rights. Both sides starting rallying on the sidewalk in front of the theater in Granbury, Texas, about 2.5 hours before the drag show's 8 p.m. start. The show was a stop on the Murray and Peter Present a Drag Queen Christmas tour that features many performers from RuPaul's Drag Race that also came down here. So born in gay clubs and bars, drag shows are a cornerstone of LGBTQ plus culture and have become increasingly popular in restaurants and bars frequented by non-LGBTQ plus patrons in recent years. You can go to a lot of the drag brunches and see that it's all straight people a lot of the times. What are we all talking about?
Nonsense.
Ridiculousness. Like, we've said it right here at this bed about how I felt Hooters was a grooming platform, and nobody seems to have a problem with that. You know, at a birthday, if your kid is 8 years old and celebrating his birthday at Hooters, they put 2 balloons in his shirt and make him pretend to be a Hooter girl on a table, surrounded by half-naked girls dancing around him. And that's okay. Listen, I think it's okay if the parent's okay with it, all right? And that's more sexualized than most drag shows that you'll go to.
I don't get how people equate drag to sex. It really boggles my mind how people look at, first of all, it's a performance. Drag is a performance.
Yep.
It's an art, it's a craft. If you really look, I mean, literally, how do you equate that immediately with sex? Because it has nothing to do with sex. The performance of drag has nothing to do with sex.
Nothing. So later on today, we're going to be interviewing Athena Dion, which is like one of the top drag superstars down here. I mean, she's just beautiful and incredible, and I want to drop kick her in the face because she looks good. But, you know, and I'm going to ask her about this stuff because she works at our house. And our house is DeSantis's target.
And it's under attack.
I mean, like they're
under attack by the governor of Florida.
Exactly. Like they now have had to get lawyers and have to come up with all this money to fight DeSantis. Like, I mean, again, and it's entertainment for mostly hetero people.
Literally, when you go to places like Palace or any drag brunch or anything, it's littered with hetero people. It's not us. I mean, these are our friends performing.
Exactly. And if it's us, we sit in the back to like support our people, and like that's it. We understand that it's their job.
It's their job. Right?
They are on stage, and it's not something that it's like, oh, let me go groom these people. These performers, these entertainers, take weeks to get outfits together, to get music together, to get dancing together, to get it's hours to get painted. Like it's not
a complete performance artistry. It is an art. But then again, I've realized that a lot of dimwads and dingbats have no appreciation of art and culture and have no idea what it is or what it
No,
entails.
so educate yourself, Jamal. Go talk to
They
somebody.
don't want to educate themselves. They rather just the Hooters.
They'd rather just live in the delusion.
Yeah, groom their child.
And that's okay though. Look at that face. You see what I'm talking about?
Because it's so hard to talk intelligently about idiots. It really is very difficult to sit up here and actually have commentary about idiots because I have a lot of expletives that would go behind that. But
I get it. We're only allowed 3 bad words per episode. And I usually use them all at the end. Just saying.
Eloquently.
And with some class. Next, those who have watched Warrior Nun would not stop talking about the chemistry between the protagonists, Ava and Beatrice. These characters have been the talk of the queer town since the first season. Now, after 2 fan-fueled seasons, news dropped that Netflix has canceled Warrior Nun. Say it isn't so! It's a live-action series based on a comic by Ben Dunn. Since then, the show's loyal followers have sent up their hashtag prayers to resurrect the show. Fans have been joined in their efforts by the show's creator, Simon Barry. We want this to work out so we can see what all adventures await this amicable lesbian couple in the next season. What are we all talking about? Were we just talking about the lesbian representation?
I was literally, we're here. I was literally just about to say that. Like, we were just talking about the lack of lesbian representation, and now we have, and now this spurs me on to actually watch it because I actually haven't watched Warrior Nun. Have you?
No, I haven't either. I saw 1 episode and I was like, oh, I gotta finish watching this. But it's like there's too much stuff going on. You know what I mean? Like I had to finish White Lotus. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you.
I still have to finish White Lotus.
Tell you. I want to ruin it, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna say kaplunk, plunk, plunk. That's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, but there's just so much, But no, I'm gonna rally around and watch this also. There's been countless shows that have been canceled and have been not done, and then some cult classic becomes them. A certain community will behind them, will start hashtagging, will start sending messages, and then somebody else picks them up like Netflix. So.
I'm a Sense8 culter, or whatever you call those people. And I remember when they finished the last season, they weren't coming back because they said it was so expensive to make. But then we rallied and they finally got the movie together to put together for us to end it off perfectly. So maybe Warrior Nun can come back.
I mean, use some of that Stranger Things money and go and take it over there.
I love
Stranger Things. Listen, when that show first came out, my wife was addicted, and I was like, I don't want to watch a bunch of adolescents running around.
I thought so too.
Did you think that too?
I was like, people were like, you have to watch it, and then
I was like, I don't it's nothing. Again, we're not groomers like people think we are. All right, I really don't want to watch a bunch of kids running around trying to with aliens. I was just like, this is no. My wife's like, please, 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 and I was like, all right, okay, suck my toes, and then I'll watch 1 episode. So she sucked my toes, and she does a great job, right? And so then I watched more than 2 episodes, and I was hooked. Like I almost dressed up like 11 for Halloween because I was so hooked. So anyway, I will give this some love though, because there is nothing, I don't know if I can't think of any aside from the L word. There's not really too much lesbian representation like this, and adventure and things that happen, and give them a chance. All right.
And y'all give them some love too.
And y'all give them some love too. Yeah, go love them.
It's my responsibility to watch Black and LGBTQ plus shows and things. I'm like, I feel bad. I didn't watch it. No, y'all go watch it.
Yeah, y'all go watch it. Yeah. No, and you're and it's okay that you feel bad. It just means
I don't want to feel bad.
Okay, so don't feel bad.
I do enough.
Okay. There. You do enough, and you'll watch it when it's supposed to be time.
But now I need to watch it.
But now you need to watch it.
Yeah.
And you didn't watch it in that whole week off that you had? You were still under the covers? That man didn't leave, did he? I knew he wasn't going to leave. I texted him and I'm like, hey, how is that snuggling going? How is that snuggling going? Man. And Jamal texts me, it's going. So, I was like, oh, how's that boy? And he's like, oh, there's somebody else. He ain't never coming back. Never.
I'm back in FayWhat though.
But see, I was wrong. You see, manifest. You see? Next, no matter how serious the work is, the fun can be found around the corner. Here is the proof. The U.S. Air Force has said one of their military planes accidentally drew a penis in the sky, and the tip just happened to be pointed directly at a Russian airbase. According to Flight Tracker, Flight Trader 24, the aircraft created the phallic shape after looping between Cyprus and then going over the Mediterranean towards Tartus, a coastal city in Syria where Russia has a naval base at. So Twitter users were quick to find humor in the image of the flight path, which had been posted online, with many choosing to believe the D was drawn on purpose. One tweet said, quote, "Someone gave that pilot the shaft, so to speak." What are we all talking about? What do you love about this? This is so fun.
Okay,
It's so
this
cute.
this is what I used to do.
You used to write penises in the air? Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, bring it back, Faye. I'm so stupid. Can you imagine Jamal like up in the sky? Penis, nice penis, big penis. I love uncut penis, beautiful penis. Okay.
Shot at a Russian
So Jamal used to work, and you were a flight attendant.
I was a flight attendant.
And you were also head of
an aircraft dispatcher, and I was also the coordinator and over flight operations
for like 12 years or something like that, right?
16. Yeah.
Okay. Again, Jamal, you don't know his age. One day we'll play. In March when it's his birthday, we'll play how
Guess
old
my
he
age.
is. Because this fool, trust me, whatever you thinking at home, it's not. Add like 7 years. Anyway, so
we used to watch. Well, not Flight Radar, but we have our own software within the airlines, and so you will watch certain things and certain patterns. So this is funny. This is fun.
And did you ever see a penis in that?
This is the first time.
I love that.
This is the first time.
I love that. And like, what are the odds that like it's pointing towards
Russia
base? I love it.
And that serves them right because they're homophobic assholes.
Oh yeah, no, because they say that they don't have any gays.
They're
But there's no
horrible.
gays there. Yeah. We're everywhere. We're like roaches and big penises.
And big penises.
And big penises. Finally, 4 gay couples have asked India's Supreme Court to recognize same-sex marriages, setting the stage for a legal face-off with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government, which has previously refused to legalize such marriages. In a historic verdict in 2018, India's top court decriminalized homosexuality. Despite the 2018 ruling, the community faces a lack of acceptance and discrimination. While the LGBTQ plus community of India gets stronger, the government will have to pass laws accepting the community sooner or later. Proactive steps taken in favor of the community will help the government win the hearts of LGBTQ plus people and its allies. Many of this population are young Indian voters as well. What are we all talking about?
We're talking about the fall of imperialism in India because that is the reason for homophobia in India.
Wow.
I want to make that specifically clear, that it is because of the imperialistic ideals that came from England during the Victorian era that basically caused this. So I'm happy that they're now rolling back, this and introducing legislation, and their community is getting stronger. Impulse a few months ago just started a new group in Mumbai, India. Yeah, and they're growing really fast.
Oh my God. And there's a lot of us in India. Again, India is one of the most populated places on planet Earth, but there's a lot of LGBTQ plus. And I give those folks props because these are folks that maybe might be trans and have to go back in the closet to walk home from work or something because their lives are at stake. It's not like, you're going to get, maybe someone's going to call you, call you something here, wherever you go. There, they can do bodily harm to you, physical harm.
Violence.
And when the cops are called, they will not be on your side.
No. Yeah.
So it's time for these laws and many more. And it's interesting. Like I was not a political person. I still am not, Jamal. Like, I go and I do my civic duty and I vote and I try to be educated on things, but it's not my forte. And when Trump became president and started spewing all this hate, I said, I got to educate myself to know what the hell I'm fighting for, to know our rights, These folks deal with so much over there. It's time that they're able to live life authentically
Mm-hmm,
as they are with
Yeah.
the protections. Have the protections for them and also pass your laws. But those protections are super, super important to be in place and to have the people to enforce them. And the organizations that
to stand
behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So the FayWhat show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 37 years, and Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. So Jamal, what will you be doing this week? Anything fun to start off your year? Oh, still. I thought we were.
We are still resting.
We're still resting. No.
Remember, I told you my new year doesn't start.
Till March. So you're good.
Yeah. Well, I don't start school for another few weeks.
So you're still doing self-care.
A lot of self-care. A lot of things that I have on the books and things are not for another few weeks. So I'm just taking it. Still taking in 2022.
No, and I think that and I think that you're doing such a positive thing, Jamal. I appreciate your friendship and I appreciate your love, because whenever I talk to you, you always bring me back to center. Whatever's got to be done, it'll get done.
It'll get done.
Right? Whoever's waiting for you, the text, the phone call, the email, it'll get done when it's supposed to get. And I always get that feeling from you. So I appreciate
It'll get done.
I appreciate you, because we're just so constantly running. And it's you're like, I'm going to take this year and start it off calmly.
Yeah. I had to come down off of that hectic end of the year last year.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the events, the
holiday parties,
everything, all the things.
And
the things we're thinking, and
everything, and it brings up stuff. I got to make sure to fix that. I got to make sure to take care of that. I got to make sure not to do this, and this for the new year.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much. I love you. Make sure that you follow Jamal on all social media. He's always doing something wonderful and fun, and he's so damn gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. No, that last photo shoot that you did back in December was just everything. I think you did it for World AIDS Day.
Yeah,
but it was just, and follow him on social media. You'll see everything that he's got going on, or the little that he's got going on. Whatever he is feeling is what you're going to see on his social media. It's not like you look at other people's social media and it's like, they're depressed for real and their social media looks like they're all happy. No, Jamal's depressed. His social media will be depressed too. You best believe.
It'll be whatever I am.
Whatever I am.
Sitting.
We love him.
Yes.
Did you know that Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, that also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church right here in Fort Lauderdale? We broadcast our Sunday service every week to more than 30,000 at 10:30 a.m.
I'm Oliver Echevarria, and Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
At the FayWhat Show, we want to introduce you to interesting people that are important to our LGBTQ plus community. Today is no different. I had to start the year off like this, with a bang, with an incredible talent, entertainer, drag queen, friend, comic. She is the whole package, and she's getting in bed with me now. Here's Athena Dion. I'm so excited about my interview today. You have no idea. I've been trying to get this bitch in bed forever, and I'll tell you why she's so freaking busy that she hasn't been able to be in bed with me, all right? Mind you, she looks like a big pink-ass loofah right now, but whatever, okay? I have the amazing, iconic, and legendary Athena Dion in bed with me today. She has been featured by Cosmopolitan for her makeup skills, and her makeup skills are flawless, right? And achieved viral fame in a video with Lindsay Lohan in Greece. Yes, I country drop like that, all right? Some bitches be busy. Here's Athena Dion!
Woo! My love.
Oh, mama. Mwah. How
Wait,
are
if you want, we could share the pinkness because this comes off. Do you want some pink?
Love this. All right.
Oh, it's ostrich,
Oh,
honey.
wow. Oh, wow.
Don't tell PETA.
Oh, I won't.
I know, it's okay.
It's real. I love it. Let them
Yes.
throw some blood at me.
It
I don't
looks
give a
so
shit.
good on you. It'll go with the
my
pink anyway.
God.
It's great.
I love it. So to me, you are one of the top 2 Miami queens in my world.
Wow.
Okay. And listen, you know that I know all the queens, love all the queens, support all the queens. I love my queens. But if I had to pick 2 in Miami, it's you and TP. Like those are my girls, my heart. You know, it's just, you reinvent yourself. You cater to all of us. You do more when you don't want to do more, you know, and that is just in your heart. And you're incredible, bitch.
Thank you.
You're
So
incredible,
are you.
bitch.
So are you.
Did you think that you'd be so successful and in demand when you first started drag?
No, you know what? First of all, I'm a huge fan of drag myself. Like you. Like, I love queens. And for you to say something like that and put me in the category of like that is like a huge compliment, because I grew up here, my drag life at least, in Miami. And I grew up with legendary queens, TP, Daisy, Erica, Vegas, you know, the girls that really paved the way. So for you to say something like that to me is like a really huge compliment out there. You got to know that's a big deal, and I appreciate it. No, I never thought I would. I didn't know where this was going. You know what I mean? I had a gig one time, and I knew I wanted to do it, and it just kind of snowballed into where I am today. I really didn't have like an end game, and drag has kind of through my career changed so much in itself. Like, there wasn't like a way to do it. You know, Drag Race came out, and then it just started evolving. So you really didn't know where you could end up with it. You didn't know what the possibilities. It was like endless, and now it's even more.
How long have you been doing drag now?
Oh God. Somewhere around the realm of like 10 to 12 years.
10 to 12 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And I look at some of the pictures from back in the day.
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
like,
Don't look at
those. Oh my God, Google, okay? Because you'll see it. You know, you see this little Stavros all skinny and like, you know, just like, I just learned how to put on some MAC
Little Greek
makeup.
boy in drag.
Little Greek boy in drag. The wig is a little twisted, but she's still cute. You know what I mean?
Thank God she was pretty.
Thank God
She was skinny and pretty, honey.
Listen,
she could get away with it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Girl,
To
and
start.
they didn't have wigs like this, you
Back
know.
then.
They didn't have like, you could go on Facebook now and buy, you could get a full drag look start to finish, you know, for like $500 or less or whatever.
You could, and now there's people that like make their lives out of just making costumes for
Oh,
you,
it's an
making
industry.
wigs for you, making different
an
things like
industry.
that, you know. But
We had to work with what we had back in the day.
at the beginning, you just figured it out with what, the dollar store and like Walgreens.
No, yeah, we would go to the beauty supply stores, you know, and they, you know, you had only a certain selection of wigs. You really didn't have much online, so there was no like Amazon giving wigs. That was like not what we did back then. And like, I was so stupid. I would go in and I would ask to try them on. Like, I'm not gonna look like this in it. But I was like, can I try it on? They used to hate me, and I just didn't know which one to pick. I ended up having like 500 of the same brown wig, you know.
The same cut.
The same one. I still have them. I had like little bobs and little brown wigs, and I don't know. Yeah, it's changed a lot.
It has.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're always working. Okay, like you're always working. I know that you have a couple of days off in the beginning of the week, but like usually that's the day to do your errands. That's the day to spend some time with your family, spend some time with your dog, sleep and sleep and sleep. How do you stay so aware of what's going on around you? The reason I ask you that is because your outfits are always with what's going on.
Yeah, I have a problem.
You know?
I'm like a serious drag hoarder, and I'm very impulsive shopper. So like those days off when you're laying in bed and you're scrolling, like I'm scrolling and I'm like, oh, purchase, oh, add to cart, oh, this and that. So like sometimes I'll wake up and then like the next week will come around and you have like all these packages at your door. I'm like, oh, it's Christmas.
It's Amazon Day Christmas.
What did I buy? And then you know, so that's why. And like I have a garage filled with just clothes. I haven't worn it. There's stuff back there that I don't even know how long it's been there, and people yell at me all the time to get rid of stuff, but I'm like, really, it's a serious mental issue. I can't get rid of stuff.
Listen, as an alcoholic, you can have worse vices. You're okay, all right, bitch? So, do you have a favorite costume? And again, hard to ask you, because I've been in your closet.
Yeah.
All right? I've been in your closet,
So,
bitch,
you know, yeah.
right? And I didn't know that it led into the garage. Where I was like, wow, Athena, this is huge. No, bitch, there's like a whole other, what?
I have like such a short attention span, and especially like I'll be in love with a certain look for like a while, and I'm like, okay, we're over that. And then like I don't revisit it for like years. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I do tend to go more glam, like high fashion-y. I do love that kind of stuff if I have it.
Yeah.
I do now in these years, you know, I like to have like a full, complete, put together costume, you know, color and stuff.
Like, what is your go-to? Like, okay, I have two favorites of yours, and that's hard.
What are yours?
My favorites of yours, and again, hard. We've been to a billion events together,
Yeah.
and we've worked together.
I love gala
and I've
wear.
been at your
I
house.
call that gala wear is my favorite.
Me
wear.
too, because
Like,
that's what I could wear the stupid ass quinceañera dress.
You can
You
wear
know what I mean?
You're just there to look pretty. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do a costume change. You just show up to be admired and talk to people, and that is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
And take pictures.
And take pictures.
So if somebody's hiring a lesbian that they just want to take pictures with a drag queen, just take us, okay?
I could be a lesbian.
It's
drag
only
queen too.
we only charge 100 grand.
That's it. Okay.
That's it. So my two favorite looks for you are always your pride look. Come June,
My pride look.
I
okay.
love that.
Pride's always fun.
Where it's like the tank top with the beautiful pride color skirt that you have.
Yeah.
I love that one.
That's that.
Easy second is your cha-cha dancing thing that you attach to you that also has like
the
all
big,
these,
okay,
like,
the frilly
beautiful
stuff, yeah.
thing. But you were sickening at the National LGBTQ Task Force when
This
you
year?
had the red cape this year.
Yeah.
The theme was red, white, and you. All right. So this bitch just got the biggest red dress that she could find and looked like a cake topper.
Layers.
And that's what I did. And then
Yes.
you were like with this cape and the hair, and it was like,
Mama, you got to make an entrance, honey. You only got one
my
shot to make a
God.
first impression, okay?
oh my
That's
God.
it. Yeah, and that wasn't even my cape. I told you. I think I told everybody there. TP Lords lent that cape, not even to me. She lent it to my daughter, Juicy. And I was like, I'll be taking that.
I just need
and then I've worn
that.
it like I'm like, please don't tell her I still have it. Please don't tell her I still have it. I'm like, hey girl, can I keep the cape? And she just like LOLs. I'm like, that's not an answer.
I don't understand what LOL means. TP, you got enough capes.
It means yes, you can keep it.
She probably has a garage full of capes.
She
like
does,
we have a
she
garage
does.
full
She's
of
worse than me.
boas. You know what I mean?
She's worse than me.
So, I mean, I know that, like, tell me about the House of Dion.
What can I say about that? That's another really unexpected thing that happened because I never thought starting in my drag career that I would ever have a bunch of people that really wanted to hear what I had to say or if I had anything of value to offer anybody. But the one thing I do say is as much as it looks like, I'm the mother or matriarch or whatever of all these amazing drag queens and entertainers now that they are learning from me, I'd actually learn a lot from them. And I say this all the time because like you really, like drag is evolving always. And I said this already. And it's hard to keep up with the trends. And when you're from a certain generation and all the technology, and they have taught me how to like still feel fierce and not outdated.
Oh, I love that.
And they've learned from me kind of how to run the business and get through it and juggle the gigs. And so it's a mutual thing. And that's why I have like, when I take the stance on drag families, if you're doing it for the name or you're doing it because you think, oh, if I add Lords or Dion or whatever to my name, then I'm just going to get booked. That's not how it works.
There are some queens that just do
and
that.
I don't like it because we are a family.
Some shit goes wrong. They're calling you.
We fight a lot.
Yep.
We get along a lot. We help each other and they help me. I help them. It's not like, just because every single person they're invited to my house, they slept over, and you're a Dion.
I
You
know.
are Dion.
I
Like,
FayWhat Dion,
it's officially
bitch.
right now. It has to be on television. FayWhat Dion.
Yeah,
So,
and that's why every time you mention the family on Facebook, I'm like, and me.
yes, we need a family picture. We're gonna have to do a group. Like I wanted to do a Christmas card, but everyone's always so busy, so we have to do that one.
We do. And look, I'm surprised that you don't see yourself as a mentor, Athena, because you just are. Like aside from me, and that again, these are all things that and I am aware of how it is when people give you compliments and you kind of just let them slide off.
You don't know how to take it, right? And I don't know what that goes to or why we do that.
And I'm constantly, New Year, I want to work on that.
I'll tell you something. I was at Palace one day and there was this big blogger that came to watch the show. Oh my God, wow. B. Scott. B. Scott. Love her, right? So they're sitting there and watching the show and they were complimenting me a lot. And I didn't realize that I was kind of like, oh, my hair is a mess, all this and that. She's like, stop. If somebody compliments you, accept the compliment. You don't have to talk down on yourself. I want to give you a compliment because I feel this way about you. And I was like, I was like, I didn't realize I was doing it. I don't know why I'm doing it. But yeah, you have to learn how to accept your compliments because it says something to you. You're telling something inside of you. You are worth that. You are doing that. And somebody sees that in you.
And somebody sees that in you.
Important.
I mean, one of my favorite people that is around you a lot is Patton. I love Patton Pending. Like she's just a sweetheart,
She's a smart ass too. She's one of my favorite smart asses.
No, and she deserves a pow pow very often. She deserves a spanking.
But that's why I love her. That's why she's my daughter.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. She reminds me a lot of you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you see yourself in her?
Well, especially exactly what you're talking about. She's super witty and her fashion is just not to be touched. I just wish I had her waistline.
Oh my God.
Like
we all.
But every single one of my kids or my family members there's a reflection of each other.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say it's just me because there's part of them in me as well. And I think it's like that. You see yourself in the other person, or at least you see something you want to do or be or something else. You know what I mean? An admiration.
An admiration. Yeah. And look, and it's all love based. So when when was the last child that you acquired?
Oh my God. I think I just had one recently and I can't remember.
Okay. She loves you. She really does. She just doesn't remember you, but she loves you.
Don't do this on TV. I don't know.
Okay, well, but the reason I asked you, okay, so like, when
last one, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, when someone new is part of your family, do you ever go over to them and go, wow, your makeup is not well, or wow, that wig is awful on you?
Now, I'm not going to say who you can ask, but that's what I'm saying. It's not just like all rainbows and butterflies.
It's not.
You're here, and I'm not somebody that sugarcoats anything, really. I'm not. And if I don't like what you're doing, or if you're not wearing a wig right, or you're not doing something right, I'm going to tell you.
Exactly.
It reflects you. And I wish somebody told me. Otherwise, don't say it behind my back or I'm going to hear about it and it's shady. Like, tell me so I can fix it.
No.
Like she told me, accept the compliment. You sound stupid. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. But that's harder to take sometimes.
But some people also, it's hard to take criticism.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean you're not amazing. It means I love you so much that I want you to be better. Yeah. And I want you to look better.
Yes.
You can't feel self-conscious about, oh my God, she noticed that I don't know the words. I'll just learn my words next time. She wanted to help me or whatever.
But again, that's why chosen family is so important. Like you hetero people, like, I'll see you girls walking on the street and the girls wearing like a leopard print, looking like
do you not have any gay friends?
You know what I mean? And like, I think when I used to drink, I used to be very unfiltered. So I would go up to people and I'd go, your friend don't like you. You look like a 10-pound of potatoes in a 5-pound bag. And she let you walk out that way. I would do it like right there on the street.
Where's the reading glasses?
Because, again, my girlfriends, my drag friends, whoever, it's like, oh man, your padding is fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay? Like I can see certain things. Let's make things a little crisper.
Look, I have been told by a lot of my kids that I'm very abrasive when I say very blunt to it. So I have learned how to kind of like, deliver things a little bit more like, baby. But really, take it or leave it. You have to listen to the message.
Do you take any kid that comes up to you? Like, would there be somebody that you go, oh man, you have no way
I'll
to
help
do
anybody.
this? But there's a difference.
I help anybody. I've gotten in trouble for helping too many people and like, taken advantage of because I love to help people and have a really big heart and I'm very welcoming to people. I love having people around me. I really do. But as far as the family goes, like who I'm going to trust to sleep over or things like that. It's different. But I help anybody. Like, because I liked having help too. And I didn't necessarily get it whenever I needed it. So it's, you want to kind of pay it back a little bit.
Yeah, but some people get resentful. You understand? It's like, where it's like, oh, nobody was there to help me. And I get it, but you should always help others. Yeah. When you help others, you get it back 10 times.
I think it's just keep moving forward. There's no, you can't go back.
Athena, you are funny as shit.
Thank you.
You are really fun.
Comedy queen of the hilarious Athena Dion.
No, and the reason I tell you that, and I don't say that lightly because I don't tell many folks that because most people don't make me laugh.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no, but it's the truth.
Is it my makeup or what I say?
No, bitch, it's what you say. Like, and it's just the way you say it, and it's not rehearsed and it's not planned. You just start talking to somebody in the audience, all of a sudden there's a whole 10-minute thing, and the whole entire show is about them.
And I'm not even drinking, and I'm unfiltered. That's the problem.
And right, I had an excuse, right? I had an excuse, What makes you laugh?
Oh, I don't know. I laugh at the dumbest stuff.
We went to a comedy show once. Wait.
That did not make me laugh.
Wait, that was the worst comedy show we had ever been to. Me and Athena, I went with Stavros, just to be fair. And I was like, we need to get the fuck out of here. And I'm like texting her from sitting next to me. Can we leave?
Oh my.
Can we leave?
It was sad. It was really bad. Props to the courage of the people.
Yeah, for getting on stage.
Not even saying where it was.
No.
But it wasn't funny.
No,
it was actually painful. It was uncomfortable, and that is
it hurt.
It hurt,
and it hurt for them, right? Because I think for me, as a performer, as an entertainer, as a host, I feel bad for someone bombing.
Because you relate, and when you're on stage, you're a reflection to your audience. You know what I mean? Like whatever you feel, it's on a high def screen in front of the audience, and they see it. Yep. If you're nervous, they'll see it. If you're happy, they'll see it. That's why I tell everybody when you come out, start with a smile, because they don't know anything about you. And just put a smile on your face. They want to smile. Doesn't know if you don't know the dance moves. I can't dance, girl. When you come out cheesing it up. You know what I mean? The audience will be like, oh, for some reason I'm smiling too. And then it could get worse.
No, but your dancing has gotten better. Like and I think maybe you say that just to cover your ass, but like she's like, I can't dance.
And then I go out there and I dance. They're like,
oh my God, Athena, did she just, but then it's like when it's like death drop time, she'll go, you do it.
It's a death slide. I can do a death slide. I can do a death slide, yeah.
Oh my God.
If I do a death drop, I will die. There's no getting up.
And we might need help getting you up. That's what happens. Are you still single?
I am.
You hesitated to answer that. ¿Qué pasa?
Well, because I'm in a relationship with myself. There ain't no man in my bed, girl.
Oh
This is
my
the closest I've had to
God.
like intimacy in a long time. This right here, okay? So,
If you'd like, I'll strap it on. real
right,
quick.
I know it's in the drawer. It's in the
It
nightstand.
is. It's always in the. It's always anyway.
No, I'm single, and
honey, but no offense, but it's gotta be. It's hard to be your friend. I can't imagine being your partner.
it's hard to be me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess
Are you too picky?
I don't know. Maybe I think I may not like to be vulnerable with people too much, and I think like letting people in on an intimate level, not physically, but like an emotionally intimate level, because that's a big part of it. You've been in a relationship for a long time, you
Yeah.
share a lot of ups and downs, and you got to share a lot of personal stuff, and
And
maybe
they know you at your worst.
they can know you at your worst, and but I've never really gotten to a comfort level with anyone that I want to kind of share. My family is comfortable, my drag family, you know what I mean? They're comfortable with me that way, and they fulfill that side that I need,
Intimacy, family,
that love.
and they don't try to set you up. Does anybody try to set you up?
Not really. No, I don't think. No, I don't know why. It's such.
Well, I mean, you're not the most approachable person. I mean, you're flawless looking. You're beautiful. You're talented. You've got it going on. People are freaking intimidated by your ass.
I don't know what to say to that. Like, I'm really not scary. You know what I mean?
No, you're far from it. I think that's why I got married, though, because everybody would say you're so intimidating.
Right. And I'm sure you get that a lot.
It's like, am I really that? I'm one of the nicest people. I'll do anything for you. But
people look at me like during brunch and I'm sitting there and I probably have like RBF, like resting bitch face. And in my head, I'm like, like thinking of the most random, stupid thing.
Like a stupid Instagram.
And it probably looks like I'm like this, like, don't come near me. And in my head, I'm just like, I would love a boyfriend, or something like that. Or I don't know, what am I going to eat for dinner tonight? Oh my God, that was so funny what I watched last night. Like silly things, but it's the RBF girl.
No, I got you.
I don't know, one day, Mr. Right's out there, he's coming, he's on his way, and we'll see. She's on her way. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows who I'm going to end up with?
Who knows? I tell my single friends that all the time. Like, look, maybe your friend, like, I have single friends that need to be in a relationship. You're not that way. Okay?
No, I mean, yeah. But that's scary because they say when you're single for too long, maybe you're too comfortable being single and maybe you'll never get in a relationship. And I hear that and I'm like, oh my God, is that going to happen to me?
Baby, you're still young. You're still young. But like what I tell these, you shouldn't, a man or a relationship should never compete.
I don't need one.
Exactly.
Right.
You don't. Like when I first got married and we were writing our vows, people were like, yeah, you have to tell her she's your best friend and tell her she completes me. And I'm like, none of that shit is true.
I was never a fan of cliche stuff.
No, but my wife is not my best friend.
Right.
She is my partner. She's my wife. She's who I love. You know what I mean? Your best friends are your chosen family. Those are the people who really know your shit.
It's learning how to separate the love in your life. You know what I mean? It's like everybody has a role and a purpose and a spot in your heart. And to put all that pressure on one person to encompass everything.
That's a lot of pressure.
And who wants to sign up for
Nobody
that?
wants that
You know
shit.
what I mean? And
Nobody wants that shit.
So I think for me, I just find like where's the spot that this person, this partner, where do they fit in my heart, in my life? Like, it's not going to be where you fit or my kids fit or my mom fits. It's going to be where do they fit?
Where do they fit?
And I think I'm still trying to
figure out what that is. And that's okay because you've got so many different things going on. I mean, it's not the easiest to follow your ass around.
Business, honey, you got to stay busy. You
have to stay relevant.
You got to stay relevant. And it's the minute you stop and take a breather,
Is that why you don't take a break? I mean, because literally, like, okay, people here are like, oh, Athena's still away. Because Athena goes to Greece for like 2 months, right? It's 2 months, right? And everybody, in those 2 months, people are gagging. People are a mess. People are like, when is she coming back? Oh my God. She's still getting messages from Miami booking her and everything. And that bitch is in Greece. All right? She's there in Mykonos with the hottest people in the world. And she's like, oh, Miami's texting me. Hold on a second.
Honey, not all that glitters is gold. There's a lot of work going on over there too. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, stay busy because I have like, I don't know.
Because you're hot. You want to continue to stay hot.
It's what I do. It's what I love to do. It's a labor of love. It's exhausting. It's painful. My body's falling apart because of it. But I don't see myself, I've never seen myself more passionate about any other job, any other career. I've never felt like this is it's such a comfortable place for me. Not comfortable like I don't want to move forward. Comfortable as in I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how to do it.
Yeah, we're like, when you get those messages from the universe, okay, this is what I'm going to do in my next look.
Exactly.
This is what I'm supposed to touch on this next thing. And you're blessed to be in tune and have your shit lined up that it comes flow. Not that way with a relationship with a boy right now, but it's okay. We've got this covered.
If he fits into my life changes so fast. It's changing all the time. You never know what you're going to be doing or how you're going to be working. So, to find somebody that's that you know, able to bend and adapt, that's another reason. So
Yeah, no, that's a lot of adapting.
so it is. I'm in a relationship with myself, really, I guess, at the end of the day.
No,
you know?
but, and you have to love yourself. Hello, RuPaul, you don't love
If
yourself,
you don't
and all
love
that
yourself,
shit, right?
how the hell are you gonna love somebody else?
Do you have a boy toy in Mykonos? 3?
Okay. Oh God, this is gonna get out. This is gonna get juicy. Hold on a minute. So there isn't one, but the big, like, the obsession with Mykonos is you're on a Greek island. It's super romantic. Like you're not in Miami. Live the fucking fantasy. And I always have a summer love. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
I always have a summer love.
I love that.
Some way or another, I always have a little bit of a summer love.
I love that.
And it's so fun because there's no like real, like, you know, it's going to end and it's so bitter and sweet. You can kind of like do whatever. You're on an island. You're on the back of a little motorcycle at like 5 o'clock in the morning going somewhere. Like, you know, things that you don't really.
Like a storybook, like a movie.
Here I'd be like, I'm tired. I'll text you tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? In Mykonos, you're like, yeah, let's do it.
Why not? I'm leaving in a month anyway, you know?
And I've had some really amazing experiences, and friend-wise and like, you know, relationship-y kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, you're
romance.
Greek. Would you go back there? Would you move there?
You know, the thought has crossed my mind, but like right now, I'm really in a great spot in Miami and South Florida,
Yeah.
and I miss my home, and the love that I have here is like you can't compare it to anywhere else.
No,
So
and you're so loved here, Athena. I mean,
it's reciprocated.
and it's deserved. You know, you are the queen of our house, and because of that, we also have to talk about that dick in.
Let me drink my tea first.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Vodka, whatever you want to say. Ron DeSantis. So when you were away in Greece, when all that crap happened, and Ron DeSantis says that, you know, his business is to protect children, and our house is the freaking target. DeSantis calls our house a nuisance. All right. Mind you, his friend GOP donor Kent Sturman was just committed suicide last week in Jacksonville after being the subject of an active investigation involving sexual misconduct. Right. But he thinks that our house is grooming kids.
Yeah. I have so much to say.
And I know that you can't say a lot with stuff going on because
they do have an open lawsuit against us. It's true. It's really scary and true. But I can talk about this could be a whole segment on its own, to be honest with you. I don't even know where to start with it. To vilify drag queens all of a sudden. Like, why is this the obsession of their affection right now? Like, why is this their target? Where did this come from? Where did this come from? And I think they just said, okay, it's something that a lot of people don't understand. So we're going to attach everything we hate about whatever to these people because not a lot of people know about drag queens, at least America. Yeah. It'll be easy for them to buy it. That's what I think.
They'll believe it.
Drag queens never hurt a kid. Honestly, other places have that they're not investigating. Drag queens haven't hurt a kid. Drag queens are out there living what they have oppressed as children out now. You know, this is what was inside of my head when I was 7 years old. Let me do my damn thing and be fabulous.
And it's your job.
And it's
You're
my job.
paying
It's
your
my
bills
job.
with it.
And if you don't want your kid to see a drag queen, don't take your kid to a drag show. If you don't like gay marriage, don't marry a gay person. It goes back to like common sense. We don't have school buses of drag queens going to the elementary school. That's what that's not happening.
No.
Parents are bringing their kids to a show or maybe in passing and they're getting entertained. There's nothing sexual about it. There's nothing perverse about it. There's nothing grooming about it. It's just for fun. Yeah. Literally. Yeah. Like that's it. And it's sad. Listen, sad. I'm not I'm not going to tell parents how to parent, but it's my show. Don't bring them. Don't bring your kids if you don't want it.
If you don't want to be uncomfortable, don't bring them. You know, in Tennessee, they're trying to make drag shows 18 and over.
And they're doing, and you know, that's unfortunately in South Dakota, they want to ban drag. The senator's going to propose a bill, I just read this morning, that she wants to ban drag
completely, just period.
That's so,
we're not so ridiculous.
We're not doing anything illegal. We're not doing anything unconstitutional. No. We're literally the same as a fire breather, a belly dancer, an entertainer, a live singer, or whatever. We're entertainers. There's no reason that this should be treated any differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's the conversation has become so ludicrous that I don't even know how to defend it anymore because it's like, if you don't see it, how can I explain it?
No, because the people who believe all this crap are delusional, you know, and that word groomer,
it's just that political conversation that they needed something to be pissed about.
Of course,
and they're using it.
And drag is the hanging fruit that they're going after.
It is.
You know, and it's sad. I've seen children at our house and they're having the best time of their life. Here, at the end of the day, okay, drag became so popular after Drag Race and all that kind of stuff, right? If you come to Miami, you're gonna if you want to see drag, you're gonna go to Our House or Palace. That's it, right? Those are the two staples. There's drag shows everywhere, but those are the two best ones. I'll take it a step further. My birthday was a couple of weeks ago, right? I go to every drag show local as there is, okay? You would think that on my birthday, I wouldn't be going to another drag show. But I did. I had my birthday at Our House. That is how I roll because it is the best of the best. It is an entertainment. It's a show. It's like going to see a musical.
It's going to see your favorite performer. It's like, you know, when you see some of these girls do Beyonce or J-Lo, you think you're looking at the performer, J-Lo or Beyonce, right in front of you.
Yeah.
And the conversation, how it's got so twisted that this is something that it's not, is beyond me. I don't understand it. I don't like it. I think it needs to go away and wrap up real quick because it's scary for the future of us, of our drag community, and it's scary for the kids because it's sad. You know, if I was a kid, you know, I was a kid and I walked by drag queens. I was like, oh my God, I love that. You know, or my mom took me to one. If I would have seen it, I think I would have lost my marbles at the obsession. I would have been like,
this is it. This is what I want.
Amazing. Oh my God, this is real. And that's how it did happen to me. And for a child to have the opportunity to even like pursue it from that age or to whatever, learn about it is like to rob them of that. It's just pushing us more backwards.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
So it's safe to say that you are scared.
I'm scared. Oh, I'm terrified. I don't want to put things in the universe, but there's bad things happening.
Yeah.
And there's people that believe a lot of crazy things, and you know, now you're a walking pink target, and you know, people are being told that you're going to hurt their kids, and I'm not. Don't want anything to do with children. Put a smile on your face. All I'm here to do, make you laugh, make you smile, make you come back, pay my bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally, that's it. That's my motive.
You are at Our House, and Our House has a shit ton of security, and they love the girls. They take care of them so well. Not a lot of places do that, you know, and a lot of girls are now getting security. Some are even carrying a gun.
Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad?
I mean, it's like, sad.
Girl, I'm here to look at me.
I'm here to look like a loofah.
Right. Like, what do I gotta be worried someone's gonna come out and attack me? Okay. No. Well, it's sad that we're going in that direction.
I'm praying for all the girls. Athena, can I ask about money? I mean, no IRS people watch my show.
Do you need a loan? Is that what you
always, man. Always, man. Look at this cheap cost of money, man.
Boa?
Seriously. I can loan you the boa. What does it cost to put a look together?
It's a lot. I like, especially now my taste has gotten, I have, what is it called? I have champagne taste with beer bottle pockets, honey. And it's getting more and more expensive the older I get because these bitches are coming out of the woodwork looking so good. They're coming out of the womb, out of their bedrooms, looking like, I didn't look like that for a long time.
Right?
So, okay, let me drop some coins.
With a feather, a tuck, and a pasting, and they're good. Like, how'd that happen?
I spend so much money on costumes. And I don't even wear, I wear them once at brunch. Like, I don't even take a picture of them. I just have them like they're there hoarding them. Because it's like, now you want to like look your absolute best. Now you have to look like you've been on Drag Race. You have to look like you've been on Drag Race. Yeah, because these people are coming, they're obviously drag queen aficionados, and they're like, oh, well, so-and-so on season 15 looked better, and she did that lip sync better, and she wore something better than you. And you're like, I got this from Goodwill. Okay? I got this from Goodwill, okay? And you're gonna like it.
And you're gonna like it.
So you gotta have to step it up. I mean, you try not to let it bother you, but you want to always look your best. And
well, when you first started at Our House, you were doing like what, one brunch or two?
Oh my God, we were once a month.
It was once a month brunch. Now they have brunches Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday, and night shows on Friday night and Saturday night.
And special. And if there's a special holiday, then they do something else event, which is
Valentine's, New Year's.
You're not available anywhere else. Like when I see you somewhere else, it's like, oh shit, oh wow, cool.
That's
you know what I mean?
Part, yeah.
So okay, without giving too much away, how much money are you making?
Enough to pay for Goodwill.
Come on. Okay. Is it more than...
I can look. I have to say I've worked very hard.
Yes, you have.
I love what I do, and I'm comfortable. I just bought a house, so I'm an investor.
I'm so proud of you. During COVID.
I'm not gonna say I make a ton of money, but you know what? The smartest thing that my drag mother ever told me was, this is a business, and you got to treat it like a business. It's fun to get wrapped up in looking beautiful and playing dress up and living out your fantasy and feeling pussy, feeling good. But you have to treat it like a business if this is what you're going to do. If it's not what you're going to do, then don't worry about it. Do your finances the other way. But I think a lot of drag queens who are in this business need to really take into account their finances. How are you going to budget for this? Is this money go to a costume? Put this money aside to buy a house, for groceries, for Christmas gifts.
Well, COVID. I mean, how were
oh my God.
People didn't have savings. People weren't ready.
That really was an eye-opener. That was an eye-opener because when that hit, I was like, oh, what am I going to do if what am I gonna do?
Did you have
And
money saved during that time?
A little,
Okay,
just like a
good.
little, but you're like, how long is this gonna last?
Yeah.
So-
We all thought it was going to be 3 weeks, remember?
Yeah, right. But you have to be, I think, for any industry, really, you have to be smart about your money and know where you're going to put it. And these are things like, this is what you teach your drag kids.
That's what you teach your kids. Put the money away for a rainy day.
You
That
know,
is not some
I have
white people
had-
jokes. It's the truth.
I've had headbanging arguments with some of my drag kids about like, why are you spending money over here? Why did you buy that? Have you even done this? Have you invested in this? You know, invest in yourself. This is an investment.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, investing in costs it's an investment. I mean, you could lie to yourself, but you know, it is because it pays itself off eventually. But you got to be smart. If you're only making this much, don't spend this much.
Yeah. Or use your outfits and then sell them like TP does. Right? But she had that thing. What was that thing that she did last month?
I did it with her.
No, but you took like, okay, what was it called?
The drag consignment
It was like
sale.
drag consignment sale. Okay, how dope is this, right? So the drag queens will bring...
I party with a lot of things I'll have.
Whatever. Bullshit. Okay, the drag queens will bring stuff that they don't want to use anymore. Maybe there's some feathers, maybe there's some wings, maybe there's a part of your costume that like you're like, I am over it, or I gained a little weight, or whatever it is, right? So you bring them here and then others will buy it. You know, and like the burlesque boys were trying to buy the drag queen girl stuff. Like it was awesome, right?
Fun.
So then TP is like, oh, let me ask Athena to bring some things because that bitch has a garage and a walk-in closet. She must have some stuff, right? That bitch brought like 3 feathers. 3 feathers and a boa that I think she bought back.
I'm hitting up about, hey, can I buy that back? It was more like Athena's rental service. Not really
I need that. Like, are you serious?
I have a problem, girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to AA with me.
Like, I like my things. I'm gonna be on an episode of Hoarders one day.
You are.
Like, I know.
But that's gonna be the most freaking fabulous hoarders ever.
They're gonna be like, whoa, what is this?
Ever. Oh my God, you and me can talk forever.
I
But
know.
so I have a game on the FayWhat show that we call it FayWhat.
Okay.
Say what with FayWhat.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
And it's basically like an or game. So I tell you 2
what?
options. Or.
Or, oh my God,
Not
this
an
is
orgy.
orgasm. Orgy. I
Oye,
like
que
orgy.
sucia, right? And then I say orgy,
in
she
bed,
says
like,
orgasm.
what do you-
Look what we're thinking about.
Jesus Christ.
So I'll tell you 2 things and you pick one of the 2 things in a speed round just
Okay.
for folks to learn something more about Athena.
Okay.
All right?
I'm not good at this, by the way. I'm such an overthinker.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'll
It's
try.
going to have to be quick.
All right. All right.
Cash or cash apps?
Cash.
Tacos or wings?
Wings.
Shopping in store or online? I know.
Oh, both, baby.
Ooh, wow. Shower or bath?
Shower.
Football or basketball?
No.
Heels or boots?
Heels.
Cake or pie? the cake. Okay, the question that gets her is cake or pie.
I was
Folks. Like, oh my God.
I like apple pie, but I like
Oh
to
my God! But you know, sometimes if there's a pecan pie, but you know that cake that I ate that one time was
Cheesecake.
fantastic, right? Like,
Oh my God, I almost died from that
she
question.
almost busted on a cake or pie question. Ay Dios mío! But no, we're talking about the Santas and dragon. It's like blah blah blah. All right, ice cream in a cone or in a dish?
Cone.
Delivery or sit down restaurant?
Sit down.
Board games or card games?
Board.
Video games or books?
Books.
Car or truck?
Car.
Bus or train?
Train.
Paperback book or an actual ebook?
Paperback.
Beach or pool?
Beach.
Drag race or We Are Here?
We are here.
Gaga or Beyonce?
You're gonna get me murdered. Telephone. They were both in telephone.
They were both in telephone. Rihanna or Dua Lipa?
Rihanna.
That was
Dua Lipa. Yeah. Oh,
right, because
God.
they're both so good, and we said
You're hurting me. You're hurting
danced
my
to both
image.
those. Please, I can never hurt your feeling, your image. Athena, are you tired of people telling you why aren't you on Drag Race?
It just makes me feel like I've done a lot of stuff.
You have. No,
I've done some other stuff. It's really cool too, you know.
No, you've done a
like
lot.
that's not the end all be all, you know. Look me up, bitch.
No, exactly. Okay, so the answer to my question is yes.
Yes,
Right? You're tired
yes.
of people. Okay, so let me explain to folks. Okay, season 15 is about to start. We finally have a Miami queen, Baby Doll Fox, I think her name is.
Malaysia, yes.
Malaysia. I saw her at Alibi a couple weeks
And
back.
she's gonna be at our house on New Year's. Just saying. Go ahead.
Sweet girl. You know, so what people don't understand is that Drag Race started out as, okay, wow, you know, drag is fun, drag is an art, people are talented and do drag, let's do this show, this reality show. What it turned into is a scripted series, okay? There are producers that go, oh, I like that character for this. I like this character for that. Yes, you need talent. You need all the things you need to know how to dance. You need to know how to make your outfits. You need to know all that stuff. But the reality is that they choose certain people because they've got a certain role in their mind for that person to be.
Yeah.
And that role might be losing second round.
Yeah, or first.
Or first round. You understand? And that's why
It can make or break you, really.
But that's why I'm not surprised that that you haven't been
well,
on.
Drag
You know
Race.
what I mean?
Well, you know, I don't know what to tell you, but it's opened up a lot of doors for us to work in a lot of places that we weren't originally working before, which is a great thing. It's created like a whole interest in drag. But yeah, it's not the only way to do it.
Of course not.
It's not the only way to be successful doing it. It's not the only thing that exists for drag. It's like they pick 10 girls once a year. How are you gonna, how are you gonna tell me that that's the make or break moment for a drag queen?
And
I mean, there
so
are
many more drag queens.
Girl,
now,
if they really want, they should take a look at a handful. I could name 5 off the top of my head right now from South Florida.
Go.
Daisy, TP, Electra, Erica. Girl.
Yeah. And that's just 4. And those are 4 incredible queens. And all those queens have tried to get on Drag Race.
Athena.
Also. Right? Athena number 5. See what I'm talking about? Oh my God. Athena, we could sit here and talk for another hour, but
so
I saw Daisy Dead Petals walk in and that bitch might kill me.
Was that the smell?
Listen, we started our interview at 9 in the morning. Daisy just got here. That bitch was supposed to be here at 7:30. All right, here it is. It is what it is. We slept in this. Make sure that you follow Athena Dion on all social media outlets. She's always doing something fun, something beautiful, something amazing. She is the Our House Queen. If you're coming to South Florida and you want to show your friends and family the best drag show that there is in Miami, it's Our House through and through. Try to get a table.
Thank you.
Try to get a table. Even I had to like suck some toes.
I'll see you soon. I think I saw a reservation on the books.
Always. I'm never going to stop going to that place. I don't care. Athena Dion on the FayWhat show. Thank you so much. You made my life, mommy. I love you so
Thank you for having me.
much.
This was fun. I want to do it again.
Yes. Let's do it again. Yes. And then maybe you'll be a different color loofah.
FayWhat.
FayWhat. Athena Dion. FayWhat Dion, bitches.
Dion, bitches.
Get it. We'll be right back. So finally this morning, I want to get our week started off right by telling you some things that are really important to me. We call it Faye, what's on my mind? So New Year's. Yes, we made it. Well, oh wait, I was going to say it with my mouth. I'm so stupid. Luna's going to kill me. Happy 2023. And I know, I get it. Everybody does their resolutions like I was talking about Jamal about, right? And, queer folks, we need our own resolutions. We need it to be different. We need it to be intentional, but it to be a little softer, I guess, maybe. We need to live in 2023 in ways that speak to us, that allow us to practice radical self-love when the world can feel so cold and so big, right? The world can feel so big sometimes. So here are some New Year's things that I'm proposing for LGBTQ plus people. So we can make, this year our gayest year ever, right? How about spending more time and energy on the people who really value you, the people who show up for you, the people who love you exactly as crazy as you are, all right? Leave the rest. That's it. The people that no longer serve you, the people who are toxic, the people who make you sad, you don't need those people in your life unless they're your mom and then you're kind of forced to. But you know what I mean? So make that happen. Make space for LGBTQ plus community in your life, okay? Meet new queer friends, especially people who might not otherwise connect with you. Maybe talk to people who aren't your age, or talk to LGBTQ plus people that aren't your race, your gender, your sexual orientation, your religion, your income, or from your neighborhood. Just talk to new queer people and have them be part of your life. Have them be part of your new 2023. Practice some radical self-care, like I said. Now, what do I mean by radical, right? Sometimes that really means shutting yourself off from the world with a book or a really good cup of coffee or tea or wine, if that makes you kind of relax. Sometimes it means doing the dishes and filling out paperwork that you've been procrastinating about. Sometimes it means getting around to a big life step that you keep putting off, like ending a relationship that isn't working for you anymore, or asking your crush out on a date. Go ahead and ask him. He likes you, all right? He likes you, trust me. Go ask him out. Instead of making dieting or weight loss a goal, I was talking to Jamal about this too, make your goal to unlearn certain diet culture things that you have picked up along the years, right? Learn more from folks that have struggled with their weight. Learn about their experiences, or maybe you can work on your own, maybe internalized fat phobia. Maybe you have an issue with that. Maybe that's something that happened growing up and you don't know it, learn that you're perfect exactly how you are, and listen to others and what they've been through with an open heart, right? Just learn, Lizzo is a huge proponent of that. She is always about love yourself, whatever size you are. You are perfect exactly how you are. Do something to take action against oppression in your community, like talking to a friend or family member about a racist or transphobic view that they might have. We all know somebody. I know that that's not easy, okay? My wife, hashtag the Cuban, all right? Her mom is a Trumper. And there's some times where I'll sit there and I'll ask her, and it won't be the most comfortable conversations, but I will walk away learning something. So next, measure your worth by how you feel about yourself. Are you setting realistic goals that feel right to you? And are you meeting them? Are you doing your very best every day? Are you showing up as a good friend, as a good lover, as a good mom, as a good whatever? Are you drinking enough water? Choose what matters and don't waste your energy on what others think. We're constantly worried about those likes on social media or if that person's gonna like how I look today. No, view your lived experiences as expertise because you have a PhD in life, baby. You know what it's like to be you. You know what it means to have your queer body and have your queer life. It's okay to advocate for yourself and tell other people when they're making the wrong assumptions about you. Have the relationships that you want to have, romantic or otherwise. Don't let other people's expectations get in the way of living every day the way your heart really wants to. If you do have a romantic partner or partners, right, or other primary people in your life, love them and love them fiercely. Show them gratitude and work together to have a supportive and honest relationship. Tell them you love them. I'm so sick of people dying and then we put on their Facebook, oh my God, he was such a beautiful friend. He was so great. He loved everybody. F that. Text your friends, call your friends just randomly. Hey, bitch, I ain't got time to talk to you right now, but I just want to let you know that you are important to me and I love you. Sounds easy, right? You don't know what that is going to do for somebody's day. Something very, very important is to let go of the perfectionism, right? Whether it's like the perfect wedding, the perfect relationship, the perfect career, the perfect car, we are all imperfect a lot of the time, and that's okay. You can create a life or a wedding or a marriage or a friendship that's beautiful and still flawed, as we all are. Give yourself room to make mistakes because we make mistakes daily. I make at least 8 mistakes before I even get out of bed. And that's okay. Learn more about LGBTQ plus history. This is a really important topic for the new year. Pick up information on something that you want to know about, that you want to know more about, and dive right into it. There is so much LGBTQ plus history that I bet you have no idea about, going back into the Roman times. Okay? And it's bonus points if it's something that you never even thought about before or didn't even know existed. Just learn more about LGBTQ plus maybe cultures and rights worldwide. Have you always wanted to know what it's like being queer in other countries? Take some time this year to understand experiences outside of your own worldview. You may be surprised by how LGBTQ plus folks are treated in some of your favorite vacation places, right? And lastly, find ways in your life where you can safely be loud and proud to be queer. Whether that's a small rainbow pin on your bag or marching in a parade or joining a queer cheer squad. Let 2023 be the year that you find joy in being part of this wonderful, crazy LGBTQ plus community. Well, that's it. That was what's on my mind. Happy New Year. Oh, Luna's going to kill me again. Well, that's the FayWhat show. I hope that you had fun. I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. It's often hard for us girls. If we believe that we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q+. We opened the show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ+ community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. It's what makes us so strong. So until next Monday, world, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand, Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Let it be the year that you've always wanted. Be you, be authentic. I'm FayWhat. Let me say that again. This is the first FayWhat of the year. I'm FayWhat, and I am #that girl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L word is is that girl, the girl of all our dreams. She's everything that every girl should be. FayWhat, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled tea dance, Wilton is that girl, Athena, but she's you.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat show. Get the week started with me. So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat show. Get the week started with me.